Hey everyone, Stephen here. So I had a friend that was asking me a couple questions like this about how could it be that if the quantum world is a deterministic world and it underlies the thermodynamic, the timeline world that we live in, the quantum world being reversible, no reason why it can't run in either time direction, so time independent. But of course, our world is very time dependent. I'm calling that the thermodynamic world, which is a good scientific way of describing it. But you could just say it has a teleology, whereas the quantum world, apparently, because of its ability to run outside of time or without a directional in time, it doesn't have a teleology. I think that's not right, but that's not what I want to talk about. So how do we go from this quantum world that, from a science's point of view, there's an equation that determines how it will proceed. Again, this is from our point of view as observers inside the experiment. We have a big problem with that. So there's a confusion that I think is built into that we're not seeing things objectively, we're seeing things subjectively. We have to always keep that in mind, that if you take my hologram idea, that we're in a hologram trying to figure out what the images that created the hologram are doing. And I don't know that you can do that from inside the hologram. From outside it, you can walk around find the images and then find the projectors, and then there's the hologram. But if you're inside the hologram, you don't have the ability to walk around outside of your universe and find the images that are projecting it. So I think it's that way. I think that's how we're losing the thread there. So we think of free will. We have the ability to choose. We believe that very deeply. And yet the scientific world tells us that the quantum universe is proceeding in a way that runs according to an equation. It's called the Schrodinger equation. It's the most accurate theory of anything, I believe, that we have, that the Schrodinger equation will predict to extraordinary degree, 13 decimal places or something of accuracy, and it just goes into chaos. So we can't really see beyond the 13. It just goes into noise. But it's extremely accurate. How the quantum world is going to proceed from our point of view inside the the thermodynamic world that it is based upon. But again, I think we don't have a way in physics of connecting the two. There is no theory that says how it is that the quantum world is connected to the thermodynamic world. We just do not know. We are in this projection, and we can't get at the projector. We can't get at the projector. So we can know the accuracy of the projection, but we can't know what it is. It's crazy, but I think it explains how it can be that we think that we have free will. Let's say that we have free will. Let's say that we don't just think we have free will. I would say that how would you ever know the difference if you really believe you have it, or if you have it, how would you ever tell? If your entire reality is built around the idea that you have that, then it's impossible for you to distinguish between having it and believing you have it. But let's say that we actually have it. Like, how could it be that this quantum world that's proceeding according to this extremely accurate equation? And I would say that it is in that inability to see what exactly is going on. And if you think we're in a world that is directed by time, and the quantum is in a world that is outside of time, what does that even mean? We can't conceive of such a thing. So the thing that's existing outside of time proceeds, from our point of view, extremely accurate through time, in a way that we do not believe our world is as predicted, because we believe that we have free will. We think we have free will. And why? And under these clouds of obfuscation, how would we ever know whether or not we do or only believe we have free will if we can't see back? If science can't figure out, if we can't figure out science or whatever, if we can't figure out how the quantum world is connected to the thermodynamic world, how the world of God is, the uncreated world of God is connected to our created world as creatures, it's that, and we get back in religion and in Christianity, it's that idea that we just can't know God. We know we can't know him. We know him by what he's not. And it seems to me that alignment is just like a glaring obvious thing of the connection between the cutting edge of modern physics or mathematical science and religion developed 2,000 years ago. So that's So I think you can have your cake and eat it too. I think you can have a quantum world that's apparently indeterministic according to the Schrödinger equation, but but then your world proceeds in an orderly way, and from your point of view, that quantum world is proceeding with ultra precision in a way that could compromise your free will if you could know exactly what was really going on. And then the argument I'm making is that you can't know that. So belief in free will and having free will, I think, end up being the same thing, and you can have a quantum world that is orderly in a way, is deterministic in a way. That seems to impinge on that, but if the quantum world is non-time dependent and your world is time dependent, how do you get there? If you are the projected inside the projection, how do you get to the projector? So, thoughts for today. Thanks.